Um, Hold up, I'm actually trying to figure out the lighting here. I'm hoping the light doesn't reflect off of the painting too much. Maybe that's a little better. What's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. We got our Twilight Beach today. So I'll show you guys the close-up of it. Again, without the light reflecting on it, so bad. Hey, what's up, Mike? LD, K2. So this is our painting for today. And it's actually not as hard as it looks. It is a very simple painting. We have our same colors as we always do. So we have our black, our blue, well, I would show you, but I don't want to tip it and drop it. But we have black, blue, we have white, we have yellow. So no red today. And then we have our brushes that we always use. So again, we have our big brush, we have our medium brush, and we have our liner brush. Hey, what's up, Ricky? Thanks for being here. So hopefully y'all could hear me over the music. I actually ended up putting some beach music today, being that we have a beach scene. I don't have a turtleneck on. I actually just have one of these like winter shirts on. No turtleneck. Hey, that's good that you're getting your servicing. No, I don't even have a beret. No, I don't have a beret. I don't know. I don't have. Actually, hold up. I might have something. I should have worn this one yesterday. Hold up. This is great. What's up, everybody? I got a frog hat. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. So I guess I could paint with a frog hat on. It's cute. Oh, hold up. There we go. I should have worn it yesterday. Man, what was I thinking? Alrighty. So again, we have our brushes that we always use. We have the paint that we always use, except red today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to go ahead and get started with the background over here as far as the sky. I don't know if y'all could tell from here, but the sky definitely has some stars. So we'll be doing all kinds of techniques today as far as the clouds, the sky. No, this is not. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush, my big brush actually, into just the tiniest bit of black. So you can't even see how much I dipped in. It's very, very little. I don't want a lot of black. And I'm dipping my brush into blue. So I got my brush mainly with blue. And I'm going to start at the top. Now, yesterday I was having a little bit of trouble when it came down to blending with this paper material that I have here. So I'll figure out, something as far as that. But you do want to definitely take some black and just kind of spread it a little bit on top. Again, if you're doing this on a canvas, it's a lot easier to mix. But I am just going to keep going over with blue. And I'm going to drag it pretty much maybe a little bit before halfway towards the page here. I hope everybody's been having a good day today. If y'all notice, I did reuse my tape. Is it like this isn't actually so bad? I'll tell you this. If you do attempt it and I think it looks good, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that, to be honest. But you'd be surprised. You can surprise yourself when it comes down to art. I've definitely taught a lot of people back in when I was teaching sip and paint classes through a studio. People that never painted before. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix that blue with just the tiniest bit of white. So add a little bit of white to your brush to go ahead and start that gradiency. So while your paint is still wet, you want to work that white in. Hey, what's up, Charles? Thanks for being here. Eventually, I'll go back to painting on a canvas, but as of right now, I'm just going to keep doing this paper material, mixed media paper material. And then I'm going to still take some white, mix it with a little bit of blue and a little bit of black. And that's going to give me more of a muted blue. And I'm going to do that towards the bottom over here. So again, we have black and blue at the top, regular blue right here, blue and white to do the gradiency, and then we have blue, black, and white to do a muted blue down here at the bottom. I'm doing the same strokes, just going along, just to keep that same thing going along the painting here. Do want to lighten it up just a tad bit more. So I'm going to go back in with a little bit of white. And then again, to kind of cut off that area right here. Go back with your blue to blend it in. If you ever, have to go back and redo one of your colors. All right, so before we get anything else on our canvas, we want to get our stars in. So the way I like to do stars is I like to use a toothbrush. So I like to dip my toothbrush into just a little bit of water, dab it with my microfiber. And I don't know if y'all could see how much paint I have on here, but it's really not a lot. And I'm just gonna do this flicking motion with my brush, with my toothbrush. You could do the same thing with a brush and flick it, but I feel like with just a regular brush, it tends to do like big splotches, and you don't really want big splotches. So again, I just flick it a little bit, and it gives me these tiny little dots. And you can add as many as you want. I don't believe y'all will be able to see that from there. So kind of close this up. There you go. Y'all can see it. Hey, what's up, Bintalk? Thanks for being here. So while this is drying, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my masking tape. And actually, before I do that, I just got to get this edge over here. There you go. All right, so I'm going to get my masking tape. Where is that son of a gun? I don't know if I said hi to Charles already, but what's up, Charles? Thanks for being here. Again, Mike, Ricky, LD. I hope that y'all could hear me from, like I said, the music going off over here in the background. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. I need some new masking tape. Wait, who's talking about food? Oh. I just had free food today, so I'm chilling. I did not have chicken wings, but that sounds delicious. Oh, right. I forgot that you were doing that, Mike. I'm so sorry. Usually my streams tend to be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from time to time. So it just depends. I'm not really sure how long this is going to go today. So hopefully I'll still be on by the time that you're done. But I don't think so. It's all good though. Look at me. I'm just doing stuff without explaining. I'm putting my masking tape just above where I finished painting, so I don't have all those edges right there. Just securing it a little bit. A 24-hour stream. Yeah. The homeless shelter. That's so funny. You know what? No, it was a company meeting, and we ended up getting free food and stuff. So that was cool. All right. So from there, we're gonna basically do the same thing that we did up here, down here. So we're gonna start with our darkest color, move down to our lightest color. Now, if you notice on this painting, though, we have our blue. Sorry, our blue on one side. There we go. Our blue. There we go. On one side, and then we have our black on the other side. So that's basically what we're gonna do today. Now I am gonna just do regular blue because we do have a mix of blue, black, and white on the bottom there. So I want to distinguish it. So again, I'm doing just regular blue. Down here. I do want to make it just a tad bit darker, so I might add just the tiniest bit of black to my brush to make it just a bit darker. But I will go back in with more blue. There we go. So I don't really care too much on this side, how much color I get over here, because we are going to cover that with black. And again, same thing. We're going to mix just the tiniest bit of white with our brush and blue. And we're going to go in and start that gradiency. Sales Excellence Award. Yeah, thank you so much, LD. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, Ricky. If you gave me a painting idea and I could try to copy it. Nothing too crazy because obviously my paintings are more like for beginners, so that way people could follow along and stuff. But I would be open to that idea. All right, I'm a little behind in chat, so while this dries, I'll see what you guys are saying. Oh, you're about to head out for some chicken wings. Gotcha. Well, Ben, if you're still here, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. I don't know what I did to get it, but whatever. All right, so I believe that should be dry by now. We're going to still take our big brush, and now we're going to take solid black. And I like to start from the bottom here because I know that it's going to go from basically like a little line going this way. So it's going to be longer down here towards the bottom, and it's going to get steeper and smaller up to here. So really what I like to do for this type of stuff, I like to go ahead and push my brush down and then lift to get these, like, I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but those little lines right there, y'all see that towards the end? So I lift my brush to get that effect. So again, I push down to put the paint on and then just lift towards the bottom. Like so. Oh, sorry, Mike. Bloody Clarence is LD. He changed his name a while back. Yeah, it used to be it's the LD, and he changed it a while back, but I know with like some people we just know them by that name, so I don't want to say I'm a creature of habit because I don't think I am, but sometimes I can be. Alrighty, so from here, I prefer LD than Bloody Clarence, but that's just me personally. All right, so now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and peel the tape off, and you're gonna get that crisp edge between your sky and your water here. I'm gonna be very careful with this. What the hell is that? Excuse my French. Just heard some random noise. All right. But y'all see that crisp edge? So now we can go ahead and work on our clouds. Now the clouds, I'll tell you this. If you have a favorite blending brush, use it. You can still go ahead and do it with any type of brush, like a filbert brush. And hold up, let me go get one so I can show you guys. And actually, it'd probably be perfect for this. This is my favorite blending brush right here. This guy. It is so old. It's got tape holding it together because I broke it a long time ago. But it's still my favorite brush for blending. I don't even remember what kind of brush it was, truthfully. But oh, nice. Okay. Thank you again, Mike, for being here. Appreciate you. But the filbert brush is this guy right here. So if you want to use something like that, you can definitely do that. If you want to just use a standard flat brush, you can do that too. Whichever one makes you feel more comfortable. So for our clouds, what we're going to do is we're going to take a mix of that light blue So we're just going to use white and blue. But we want it extremely light, so we want to use more white than blue. Make a very baby blue white, if that makes sense. Yeah, one time at art camp, I never went to art camp, but I did go to art school. All we did was just paint a bunch of naked people. And not even paint. It was more like charcoal and uh, pastels type of work. It was cool while it lasted, but anyway. So this is the blue that I'm using, or I'm sorry. I made a light blue and then I added even more white. So it's extremely light. It looks white on camera, but it's not. It's like a baby bluish color. So with my brush, I'm going to go ahead and I want to show y'all, but I don't have a piece of paper on me, so I'm going to go ahead and just show y'all on my hand. So for the clouds, really what I'm doing is a circular motion. And whatever shape comes out of that, it looks so weird on camera. Okay. But what I'm doing is a circular motion with my brush to go ahead and make those shapes. Oh, before we do that, we do have to add our moon here. Now our moon is extremely bright. We have a very light yellow color going for our moon. So I'm going to take a liner brush, mix it with yellow and white. And you can make your moon pretty much anywhere. I'm going to make it closer to the bottom down here. And again, you can make any type of moon. It doesn't have to be a full moon. So I'll do the clouds that are around that moon there. So that way I'm not mixing it while it dries there. I'll just do some clouds around it. So again, all I'm doing is a circular motion going inward. So I'm going to start from the outside, work my way inside. Don't put the reflection on the sand this time. You know what? I'm with Ricky there. I'll put the reflection where I damn please. But again, I'm working from the outside and pushing my way towards the center. Everybody's picking a fight with you now, LD, because you got controversial views over there. Oh, that's funny. Alrighty. That moon should be dry by now. Let me just check it. All right, yeah, it's dry. So I definitely want to go over some of it, not all of it. I definitely want to go over with some of it though. And again, all I'm doing is circular motions when it comes down to adding this paint on here. And you can add as many as you want, you know. Again, don't stop where or you don't have to necessarily copy everything that I'm doing. All right, perfect. So now while my paint is kind of dry, I don't think it's necessarily dry at all. Or I mean wet, but I think it's kind of dry. I'm going to take that same dirty brush and dip it in some blue to make just a darker color. And I'm going to go right underneath those clouds and do that same motion. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spread it just a tiny bit with my finger. So again, I'm putting down the color, doing the same circular motion, and then just blending it very lightly with my finger. And I'm going to do that mainly towards the clouds that are here in the bottom. For the clouds on the top, we're just going to do a more of a darker color. So again, I took that same light blue that I had on my brush, just mixed it with a little bit more blue to get a little darker. Doing those circular motions right underneath that color we just laid down. And mixing it very lightly, going outwards with my finger. So these clouds in the middle right here, you could still do the same thing, just keep it very light. Y'all ever been to a vacation and y'all get those drinks in those little tiki cups? I feel like if this painting can describe anything, it would be that. So again, the excuse me, the clouds that are more closer to the darker color, that's where we're gonna start moving in with their darker color. So all I'm doing is just adding more blue to my same brush. It's just making it darker. Like so. What are y'all speaking down there? Y'all speaking, uh, is that German? Yes, you have to wiggle a brush. So if y'all want to see it a little closer, there we go. I think because it is paper, it's a little bit harder for me to mix right here. But I try to make it work as much as I can. All right, so if you want to do a little bit more detail too, that blue, black, white combination that we did towards the bottom there, we could still do that to add maybe just the tiniest bit of clouds down towards the bottom. So again, it's blue, black, and a tiny bit of white. And that same circular motion, you're gonna go ahead and just do, you could do a couple, you know. Now we have our stars, we got our clouds. Truthfully, we're almost done with this painting. But if chat comes up with something cool to add to it, I'll think about adding it. Wait, who's speaking Latin? I don't understand. Okay, maybe I'm a little tarded. All right, so that same color that we used for our dark area down here, we basically want to use that color for our waves in the water. So again, I'm going to take some of that blue, mix it with a little bit of white and black. And we get this nice dark color. Maybe just a little bit more black for mine, but dark enough so where we could see it even on the darkest point up here. We're not going to need it as much up there, but dark enough. These being mean to you. I hear ya. Alrighty, so for the waves, really all I do is that's all I do. Maybe fill in just a bit down here, but it's really just a little swoop and you're done. I do like to spread them out. I don't like to have too many either. And you can even do it from the edge of the paper or the canvas. And you know what? I'm probably going to go ahead and make the sand area just a tad bit bigger. So I'm going to go back in with my black. Hey, Total Gravity, thanks for being here. Wrap it up. I know what you're saying, Ben, but it sounds so funny because I wouldn't say that in Spanish. Oh, nice, Charles. Yeah. Gangster movies will do that to you. Yo, that's hilarious. Alrighty, so we have our wave structures now. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that same light blue that we've made already, the one that we made for the clouds. We're gonna take that, and I'm actually still using my medium brush, but if you feel more comfortable using a liner brush at this point, you can. It just depends on how comfortable you are. I might need a little bit more white here. And if y'all notice, uh, this is the same palette that I had from yesterday. I just added blue to it, but I do want to show y'all, like, if y'all are painting and you want to save your paint, all I do to make sure that my paint is still fresh is I put it in a Ziploc bag. So I put my whole palette in a Ziploc bag, and it tends to keep the paint moistured, so it doesn't dry up on you. And you can also take your spray bottle, spray it a little bit before you close the bag, and it'll definitely keep that paint nice and workable. Thanks for coming, Charles. I appreciate you. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and do the top part of our waves over here. So just to distinguish them a little bit. So I might actually do that with my liner brush. But what I can do with this one right here is I could do the waves that are coming down. So all I'm doing is a zigzag motion with my brush going down. So I do want to, go from, I don't want to keep it the same going all the way down. So I might pull some in, I might pull some out. Just adds a little bit more oomph to it. And while my brush is still kind of has some paint on it, see, I try to go ahead and not make things degenerate, and y'all still find a way to say degenerate things. I swear. Anyway, while my brush still has some paint, I'm gonna go right by that wave that I just added. And I'll add just a little bit more of that zigzag. But it does get lighter because my brush doesn't have as much paint. So actually what I'll do is I'll just flatten my brush to make it a little bit flatter. And now I can go in these waves. You can even add a wave crashing. Actually, why don't we do that? You can add tiny ones all around. And again, the less paint that your brush has, the lighter it's going to look. So let's do wave actually right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that same circular motion that we did for the clouds. But now I'm just going to do it for the water. Create the shape of my wave there. Or that little crash. Maybe add some of that dark color right underneath it. And again, just go around, start adding some of those little baby details of the water. And again, all I'm doing is a little zigzag motion. I don't want to think about it too hard. I do want to make sure that I have my little moon area down here. So I am going to use that same paint. And I'm going to zigzag it all the way down. So it's going to start off small. and then we'll work our way out. I might make it just a tad bit darker, actually. Just a tad bit. So all I'm doing is just adding the slightest bit of that dark color that we've already made. And you know what? Just for you, LD, I won't add the reflection on the sand. Hey, Emmett, thanks for coming. Now I've done it. Oh, Lord. See, this is what I mean. Yeah, y'all better behave yourselves or Emmett's gonna get you. I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here, Emmett. It's good to see you. Your painting looked amazing yesterday. I know I told you already, but I'm really glad that y'all are enjoying these painting streams and joining in the fun when it comes down to doing them. I know that it could be pretty intimidating painting live, but when you do it on your own, it tends to be a little bit more relaxing. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my reflection on the water. I feel more relaxed when I paint on my own and I'm not streaming or anything. I definitely do feel a little bit more relaxed, but I guess to each their own. Time for drama. No drama here at all. No, we are drama free stream here. It's all about painting. Hey, Kat. Thanks for being here. No, yeah, like I'm getting definitely more comfortable as it comes down to, when it comes down to doing this on camera or live. But I think it's also because I used to do it for painting classes. You know, I used to do that, and it was fun. It was actually really fun. But teaching a class of like 25 people, and they're all trying to get your help is a lot different than, you know, just doing it on a stream and then people can follow along later on if they want to. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually taking that dark blue that we made and I want to add just a little bit more to this. So I'm doing that same zigzag pattern, but I'm doing it towards the other side of the wave down here. All right, so again, we're going to do our reflection. And it's just yellow mixed with white. Oh, nice. Crucible's supposed to be on? Well, I'll tell you this. The nice thing is that this painting is pretty much done. Uh, so you don't have to wait any longer. Or I don't know actually when he goes live, but shout out to Andrew, even though he's probably gonna be like, "Oh, this feminist." I'm not a feminist, all right? But I do like to paint. So, again, all I'm doing is that zigzag pattern just where we laid out that area for our reflection to come out. Oh, nice. I like how crooked it is. Gives it a lot of it gives it a lot of realism. It's okay, I'm a boss babe. You know what? I guess I am too. Oh yeah, that does sound fun, Emmett. I don't know how small those figurines are, but I know just figurines in general are a pain in the ass to paint. So I give you props on that. If you're doing that, especially on stream, that's gonna be uh, interesting to watch because, like I said, sometimes you're doing it and you fuck up or I'm sorry, you mess up and you're like, oh man, this is on camera. They're tiny. Oh man, unfollowed. Oh man, that's terrible. I would have actually be. I would laugh if I lost a follower from this painting stream. You know what? How about this? Let's add something fun to this painting. We got a bunch of paint left over. LB doesn't like reflections on the sand over here, so why don't we go ahead and make a little reflection of maybe some footprints or something uh, down here on the sand area. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that light blue color, and we'll see if we mess this up live. You know what? I'm gonna take that light blue and I'm gonna mix it maybe with maybe like a grayish color, so that way it's not super light. Maybe it's more of a muted blue. Well, I think it would be a reflection because the light's kind of the one making it more visible, right? I don't know. All right. How do I want to show y'all the shape of a foot? Well, y'all know how a foot looks like, right? Maybe like that. Hold up. Her tiny little foot. Excuse me. And again, the farther you go out, the smaller the footprint's gonna get. Something like that. Hey, what's up, Moldy? Thanks for being here. You caught us at the end over here, but you know what? Let's peel this tape off. So again, we have our original here. The light reflecting on it is not it's not varnished because I didn't varnish this piece. You could, if it was varnished, it would reflect on all the areas, but uh this piece isn't varnished. It's just the paint is glossy, so it looks like that in some areas. But here's our original. It is I want to say shoot, actually, why am I trying to guess? I have more over here. I think it's a 7x11. Or you know what? I got my dandy old tape measure here. This is an 8x11. 8x10. This is an 8x10. And then we have our example over here. With our little footprints down there. So let's take this masking tape off and let's see how it came out. I really do like those crisp edges. Something about them makes my brain feel good. That actually looks really nice with the crisp edges on the outside. A wonderful wiggle painting, exactly. Yeah. So again, thank you so much, y'all, for being here. I really appreciate everybody. Even if this stream actually wasn't very long, I really appreciate y'all coming in and checking it out. Um, I did want to start that brush my luck stream soon. So again, brush my luck is going to be pretty much what we already do, but chat will have a say on what we can do with the painting. So let's say, for example, this painting right here. If chat decided to do, um, different a different background as far as the color, or if chat decided to do maybe, I don't know, adding some rocks or stuff like that. I want to test it out because I feel like if I don't test it out, I'm just gonna keep having this idea and I'm not gonna run with it. So I want to test it out. I do think that I'm gonna do it at some point next week. I did say this week, but realistically, I think next week would be better. I'm sorry it's over too soon, y'all. I do have another painting in the works right now. It's right behind right here. So I'll show you guys just a bit of it. So I'm working on that right now. I'll probably work on that as soon as we're done here. So again, thank you so much, y'all. Y'all have a great night. I would like to raid, like do like a ghetto raid with y'all, if you don't mind. I know Mike Ball is doing his stream right now, so if we can go ahead, or I know I have a bunch of mods, so if anybody can drop Mike's link down, that would be great, and then we can raid over, do a little Mexican raid to Mike Ball. Have I done a Northern Lights painting? Yes, I have. It's actually on my Instagram. So I can link my Instagram here. Actually, let me see if I can do that right now. Give me 1 second. Thanks, LD, for posting that up. Here's my Instagram, y'all. So y'all can check out my work on Instagram as far as commissions and stuff like that. But I do have a class that I did of a Northern Lights painting on Instagram. So if you want to check it out, it's on there. But I do want to do another one. I mean, that was years ago. So I'd love to go ahead and do another Northern Lights one. That would be cool. So again, let's read over to Mike Ball. And again, thank you so much, you guys. I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Let's yeah, and Spooky Pimp. I don't know if you read the bio, but spooking the bitches and pimping the hoes. So that's what we're doing here. Let's raid over to Mike, and then I'll see you guys on the next one, okay?